Suspended high above the churning emerald waters of the Paraná River, a colossal wall of concrete stands as one of the modern world's greatest engineering marvels. This is the Itaipú Dam, a roaring monument of steel and water that splits the border between Brazil and Paraguay. Inside its cavernous turbine halls, a massive green energy surplus is quietly generated, making this landlocked nation one of the planet's leading exporters of clean electricity. Yet, just a few miles beyond this buzzing, high-tech monolith, the modern world abruptly fades. The concrete yields to blood-red soil. The industrial roar dissolves into a profound, subtropical silence, and time itself seems to bend backward. This is the great paradox of Paraguay, a country possessing the energy to power the future, yet choosing to live in the quiet sanctuary of an unbroken past. For decades, this South-Central Republic has existed as a beautiful enigma, tucked away in the geographic blind spot of South America. It is a land of incredible, unstaged authenticity. If one traces the entry from the east, the traveler is first swept into the dizzying, neon-lit chaos of Ciudad del Este. Located on the triple frontier, where Paraguay, Brazil, and Argentina collide, this city is a frenetic hub of international trade. Here, towering shopping centers rise above bustling street stalls, and merchants from every corner of the globe trade everything from cutting-edge electronics to hand-woven textiles. It is an energetic, sensory-dense gateway where fortunes can be made or lost in a single afternoon. But Ciudad del Este is merely a mask. The moment one leaves its bustling perimeter, the true journey begins. The asphalt roads quickly transition into a vast network of unpaved red clay paths, winding through rolling green hills, dense subtropical forests, and quiet fields of soy and sugarcane. The air thickens with the sweet, heavy aroma of wild orange blossoms and wood smoke. The frantic hustle of the border is replaced by an all-enveloping stillness. To cross this threshold is to enter what the legendary local writer Augusto Roa Bastos famously termed an island surrounded by land, a place where deep geographic and historical isolation has protected a traditional, gentle lifestyle from the relentless rush of the 21st century. Here, life does not move to the ticking of a clock, but to the natural shifts of the sun and the seasonal rise of the rivers. It is a world where neighbors still greet each other with genuine warmth, where doors are left wide open to catch the afternoon breeze, and where community is not a digital concept, but a physical lifeline. It is an invitation to slow down, to breathe, and to discover a society that has decided some things are simply too precious to be sacrificed in the name of modern progress. This deep-seated culture of tranquility and connection is what makes the country so magnetic to those who venture inside. It is a place that challenges our assumptions about success and happiness, showing us that a rich life is built not on what we own, but on who we share it with. In the chapters ahead, the journey moves deep into this forgotten territory, exploring its ancient, indigenous language, its accidental culinary masterpieces, and the rugged, untouched wilderness of the Chaco. If the viewer is ready for this epic story, leaving a comment indicating where in the world the video is being watched from, hitting the like button, subscribing to Vast Earth, and turning on notifications ensures that no upcoming explorations of the planet's most hidden horizons are ever missed. The heavy, humid warmth of the south-central continent is not an adversary to be conquered, but an invisible weight that gently reshapes the daily calendar. As the afternoon sun hangs high and still in the pale sky, the frantic urgency that defines much of the modern world simply dissolves. In the quiet neighborhoods of this landlocked republic, life moves to the slow, deliberate pace of el ritmo tranquilo, an unhurried way of existing where the passing of time is treated as a vast, open landscape rather than a scarce resource. Here, the line between private sanctuaries and the public street is beautifully soft. Front doors are routinely left wide open to invite the cool air inside, and the veranda serves as an extension of the family home. Beneath the deep green shade of sprawling mango trees, neighbors arrange rows of woven lawn chairs, creating spontaneous circles of conversation where stories are passed back and forth like old, familiar melodies. This atmosphere of profound familiarity is anchored in a deep-seated, multi-generational closeness. It is entirely common to find grandparents, parents, and children living under a single terracotta-tiled roof, bound by an unspoken social contract of mutual protection. At the center of these vibrant households stands the abuela, the grandmother, a matriarch whose hands possess a deep, muscular memory of the past, preserving the quiet customs of the home. In a world that often grows increasingly isolated, this collective way of living raises a fascinating question. How has your own corner of the world redefined the meaning of home and community? Do you still find spaces in your daily life to sit, breathe, and simply connect with those around you without the distraction of a screen? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your international perspectives are what make this journey truly collaborative. If this exploration of slow-paced living resonates with you, taking a moment to hit the like button and sharing this story with another traveler helps ensure these hidden lifestyles continue to be documented. Nowhere is this patient, resourceful spirit more delicious than in the local culinary traditions, where simple ingredients are transformed into acts of communal celebration. The foundation of every plate is mandioca or cassava, a starchy, comforting root that is boiled until soft and served alongside almost every meal, much like bread or rice. But the true crown jewel of the national kitchen is a fascinating culinary paradox: sopa paraguaya. Though the name translates literally to Paraguayan soup, what is placed on the table is entirely solid. A dense, rich, and beautifully golden cornbread packed with fresh cheese, onions, and milk. According to beloved local history, this delicious dish was born from a fortunate accident in the mid-19th century. The personal chef, or mashu in the Guarani language, of the famously hearty President Carlos Antonio Lopez was preparing his favorite creamy corn soup. Distracted by the heat of the day, she mistakenly added too much corn flour, turning the liquid into a thick, heavy dough. Realizing she had no time to start anew before the midday meal, the chef poured the mixture into an iron pan and baked it inside the tatacua, a traditional dome-shaped oven made of red clay and adobe. The president was so delighted by this accidental solid soup that he immediately declared it the national dish. Prepared by feel rather than written measurements, this hearty bread remains a testament to a culture that knows how to turn a mistake into a masterpiece, baking it to perfection in the quiet heat of ancestral verandas. Though landlocked, this nation is intimately shaped by the movement of water. The Great Paraguay River serves as a massive aquatic spine, splitting the country into two radically different worlds. To look upon this river is to see the lifeblood of the nation, a waterway that has carved out the geography and the character of its people. In the far north, the river spills over into the Pantanal, one of the most magnificent and pristine wetland ecosystems on Earth. Here, a sprawling maze of lagoons and marshes creates a sanctuary for an astonishing array of wildlife. It is a wild paradise where caimans bask silently on clay banks. Families of heavy-set capybaras navigate the slow currents, and hundreds of species of exotic birds fill the subtropical sky. This wild, watery frontier represents a deep, untamed side of the country, a place where nature still rules with absolute authority. Yet, the true magic of this water is not found only in remote wildernesses. Every single day, the people of this land bring the refreshing power of water directly into their homes, workplaces, and public plazas through an ancient daily ritual. This is the drinking of terere, an icy, herbal infusion that is far more than a simple beverage. It is a living, breathing social ceremony, a symbol of absolute communion and the ultimate equalizer of society. No matter one's wealth, background, or social standing, everyone in this country gathers in close-knit circles to escape the intense subtropical heat. The preparation of terere is treated as a highly respected personal art. It begins with a guampa, a special cup traditionally crafted from a hollowed-out bull's horn, which is packed with dry leaves of yerba mate. Into this container, a flat metal straw with a built-in filter, known as the bombilla, is placed. The magic of the drink lies in the water itself, which is kept incredibly cold in large thermoses and packed with fresh, hand-crushed medicinal herbs, or pohanyana. These herbs are sourced directly from the Uyera's local women who sit at almost every street corner, expertly crushing wild mint, lemongrass, or digestion-soothing roots in heavy wooden mortars. They know their regular customers' needs, selecting specific combinations of herbs to heal the body and refresh the spirit. The ceremony of the terere gere, or the terere circle, follows a strict, beautiful code of etiquette. A designated server, the cebador, fills the guampa and passes it to the first participant. This person drinks until the container is completely empty, making a distinct, soft, gurgling sound through the bombilla before returning the cup to the cebador. The server refills it with icy water and passes it clockwise to the next person. In a world increasingly defined by personal space and distance, there is absolutely no hesitation here. Everyone shares the same cup and the same straw. It is a physical manifestation of complete, unyielding trust, a daily declaration that everyone in the circle is welcomed and accepted as an equal. Does your own culture have a daily ritual or a shared drink that brings people together in this way? A simple custom that breaks down social barriers and forces everyone to slow down and connect? We would love to hear your thoughts and stories in the comments below. If you are captivated by this beautiful tradition of shared trust, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and ensure you are subscribed to Vast Earth. Before the first sip of terere is taken, people prepare their bodies with terere, a light, savory snack of starch or meat eaten specifically to prepare the stomach. It is a practical, centuries-old custom that highlights the deep domestic wisdom of this society. To sit in a terere circle is to let go of the frantic rush of the world, entering a space where conversation is a national pastime and where the only requirement is to simply be present. In these quiet moments of sharing, the water becomes a bridge, linking friends, family, and strangers together in an unbroken bond of human connection. Long before colonial sails tore through the subtropical mists of the Paraná River, the native Guarani people possessed a deep, spiritual dialogue with this red earth. Today, that dialogue survives in a way that completely defies all historical trends. In almost every other corner of the Americas, indigenous tongues were systematically silenced, pushed to the margins of memory. But here, Guarani is not merely a surviving dialect. It is a triumphant national language, spoken by over 90% of the population, beautifully bridging the gap between native heritage and European ancestry. Spanish remains the cold language of bureaucracy, law, and international trade. But Guarani is the warm language of the home, the joke shared over a smoky fire, and the tender lullaby whispered to a sleeping child. It is a linguistic miracle born of resilience, a living shield that has protected the nation's unique soul from being diluted by the relentless currents of globalization. To trace the origins of this bilingual harmony, one must journey into the quiet, southern grasslands, where the colossal stone ruins of the Jesuit missions rise like ancient skeletons from the green earth. In the 17th and 18th centuries, these vast stone complexes, known as reducciones, became a unique experiment in social organization. Here, Jesuit priests did not force the indigenous populations to strip away their native tongue. Instead, the missionaries learned Guarani themselves, translating European texts and administrative laws into the local language. While the grand stone archways, elaborate carvings, and massive cathedrals eventually fell into silent ruin after the Jesuits were expelled in 1767, the language they helped preserve became an indestructible monument, woven permanently into the vocal cords of the populace. This linguistic pride is deeply personal, serving as a badge of honor for every citizen. In Paraguay, switching between Spanish and Guarani mid-sentence, a beautiful linguistic dance known as jopara is a highly expressive art form. It allows speakers to navigate a full, complex spectrum of human emotion, using Spanish for cold logic and Guarani for raw, unfiltered intimacy and humor. It is a striking, beautiful demonstration of how a nation can absorb the shock of colonial conquest and emerge with its native voice not only intact, but triumphantly dominant. How does your own culture preserve its native heritage or ancient dialects? Do you feel like your modern language has lost some of its emotional depth in our fast-paced digital world? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your reflections bring this community together. If you are moved by this powerful story of cultural preservation, please hit the like button and share this video with a friend who values the survival of indigenous traditions. Today, this ancestral heritage is celebrated in more than just spoken words. It is alive in the vibrant local festivals that paint the country in vivid color. In towns like Cacupe, thousands of pilgrims gather in a massive display of devotion, carrying the weight of their families' hopes on their shoulders. And during the traditional dances, women perform the breathtaking Danza de la Botella, the bottle dance, balancing multiple glass bottles perfectly on their heads as they spin and glide to the melancholic, cascading notes of the Paraguayan harp. This music, pioneered by legendary composers like José Asunción Flores, captures the exact emotional dualities of the land. A deep, romantic sorrow, blended with an unyielding, joyful resilience. It is a culture that does not hide its scars, but dances with them, turning historical survival into a beautiful, ongoing work of art. Across the wide, shimmering expanse of the Paraguay River lies a territory of profound silence and immense horizons. This is the Gran Chaco, a massive, semi-arid plain that covers nearly 60% of the nation's territory, yet holds less than 3% of its population. Historically referred to as the empty quarter of South America, the Chaco is a landscape of stark, unforgiving beauty. Here, under a pale, endless sky, the humid forests of the east give way to a flat wilderness of clay, thorny scrubland, and dry marshes. The dust of this land is thick and white, rising in great plumes behind anything that moves across its lonely trails. To venture into the Chaco is to experience a level of isolation that is increasingly rare in our hyper-connected world, a place where the horizon stretches out infinitely, offering a quiet, powerful sanctuary for both nature and those who have chosen to tame this rugged frontier. In this quiet wilderness, a remarkable story of human endurance has unfolded over the last century. In the early 1920s and 30s, groups of Mennonite settlers arrived in this seemingly uninhabitable landscape, seeking a place where they could live in peace and preserve their traditional way of life. Facing extreme droughts, isolation, and a climate that forgives no mistakes, these pioneers did not merely survive. They transformed the dusty plains of the Chaco. Through sheer perseverance, they established highly successful, cooperative agricultural communities, cattle ranches, and modern dairy farms. Today, these self-sufficient colonies supply much of the nation's meat and dairy products, showcasing a rare blend of traditional community values and modern agricultural production. To travel through these neat, orderly settlements in the middle of the wild scrubland is to witness a profound testament to what human coordination can achieve when faced with the most challenging environments on Earth. For those watching who have traveled through such quiet, endless horizons, or perhaps live in a place where modern industry and raw wilderness sit side by side, leaving a comment below helps us understand how these contrasts shape your own perspective on progress. If you find value in discovering these hidden chapters of human history and the quiet triumphs of remote communities, please tap the like button and share this journey with someone who appreciates the deeper stories of our world. But the Chaco is not only a monument to human determination, it is a vital, thriving sanctuary for some of the continent's most resilient wildlife. The dry marshes, salty lagoons, and thorny forests are home to incredible creatures that have adapted to this demanding climate. In the quiet wetlands, families of capybaras navigate the slow currents, while caimans bask silently on the muddy banks under the intense subtropical sun. The air is alive with the calls of nearly 180 species of migratory birds, who use the extensive marshes as a crucial meeting point on their long global journeys. It is a wild, untouched paradise that reminds us of the raw beauty of our planet, a place where nature still moves to its own ancient, unhurried rhythm. Yet, traveling through this frontier reveals the daily reality of those who call the rural Chaco home. Here, modern asphalt quickly yields to unpaved red dirt and clay roads. The visual signature of this region is defined by these rustic pathways, where simple horse or ox-drawn carts travel slowly alongside massive agricultural machinery. It is a striking visual juxtaposition, the traditional and the modern, moving along the very same red dirt path. It is a slow, rhythmic journey, where the journey itself becomes the destination. A reminder that in this quiet pocket of the world, progress does not mean erasing the past, but learning to walk beside it with quiet respect. In every town, village, and urban barrio across this land, there is a sacred space that belongs entirely to the community. It is not a grand monument or a government hall, but a simple, open clearing of red earth, the local canchita or neighborhood football pitch. While global sports networks focus on multi-million-dollar stadiums and polished artificial turf, the heart of Paraguayan football beats on these humble dirt fields where the boundaries are marked by wild trees and the goals are often constructed from rough wooden posts. Here, under the warmth of the late afternoon sun, the true spirit of the community comes alive. Young boys and girls, often playing barefoot on the warm, crimson clay, chase a worn leather ball with a fierce, contagious joy, while the older generation watches closely from the sidelines, seated in their woven lawn chairs, with thermoses of cold terere cradled in their laps. In Paraguay, football is far more than a recreational pastime. It is a profound social anchor and a shared language of national pride. The nation's history on the global pitch is storied and deeply respected, with the national team, the beloved Albiroja, qualifying for the World Cup 9 times and capturing the global imagination during a historic run to the quarterfinals in 2010. But the true beauty of the game is found in its grassroots simplicity. On weekends, these red dirt pitches host fierce local tournaments that bring entire districts together. The air fills with the aroma of slow-cooking meat on open grills, the bright melodies of local folk music playing from car speakers, and the passionate shouts of neighbors cheering for their local teams. It is a space where social divides completely melt away, where a business executive, a street vendor, and a farmer stand side by side, united by a singular, burning passion for the ball. Looking at the sports and games played in modern neighborhoods, one wonders if they still carry this raw, community-driven spirit, or if daily life has moved entirely behind the paywalls of organized, sterile leagues. Observers are invited to share their neighborhood stories and reflections in the comments below, creating a global dialogue on the simple joys of play. If the viewer appreciates how sports can unite a community under the shade of a mango tree, giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with another traveler ensures that these quiet, beautiful moments of human connection continue to be documented. For the youth of Paraguay, these neighborhood pitches also provide a vital sanctuary. In a developing economy where professional opportunities can be scarce and the pressure to migrate to larger cities is immense, the canchita offers a space of deep belonging, purpose, and mentorship. Local elders volunteer their time to coach, teaching the younger generation not just the tactics of the game, but the values of resilience, respect, and mutual support that define the broader culture. It is an informal, beautiful system of community care, ensuring that even as the world rapidly modernizes, the youth remain deeply anchored to their roots. When the game ends and the dust settles over the red clay, players and spectators alike do not immediately disperse. They linger in the cooling evening air, sharing the last drops of terere, talking, laughing, and reinforcing the silent bonds of trust that make this country feel like one giant, extended family. It is a beautiful, daily reminder that the most valuable things in life cannot be bought or sold, but are grown slowly, right here on the red earth of the neighborhood pitch. Along the low-lying margins of the capital, where the city's concrete edges slowly crumble into the mud of the Great Paraguay River, lies a world of extreme environmental vulnerability. This is the region of the bañados, sprawling, informal settlements built directly upon periodically flooded wetlands. For more than 100,000 residents, nearly a fifth of Asunción's population, the river is a constant, shifting presence that alternately nurtures and threatens their daily survival. During the wet summer months, intense downpours swell the river's channel, sending a slow wall of water into the unpaved streets and transforming these narrow alleys into muddy streams. Yet, it is within these flood-prone lanes that the true, unyielding strength of the community is forged. When the seasonal waters rise, the state's absence becomes a glaring reality, with less than 20% of these critically vulnerable areas covered by any form of formal rainwater drainage. In the face of this systematic neglect, the residents do not surrender to despair. Instead, they organize. Grassroots collectives, most notably the community-led coalition known as Cobañados, coordinate immediate mutual aid. Families work side by side, building wooden rafts to salvage their modest belongings, plywood sheets, gas cylinders, and mattresses, and migrating together to temporary, improvised camps established in public plazas. In these makeshift sanctuaries of tarpaulin and timber, the daily rhythms of life continue without interruption. Laundry is dried on wire lines, children find spaces to play, and neighbors gather in circles to share the morning terere. This collective endurance is a powerful reminder that the country's celebrated tranquility is not a state of passive luxury, but a hard-won, daily choice of solidarity. For the younger generation, this communal bond is tested by the realities of a modern, globalizing economy. With 3 out of 4 citizens under the age of 30, the country is demographically one of the youngest in the Western Hemisphere. Yet, professional opportunities remain scarce, forcing a significant portion of educated youth into a painful diaspora, migrating to Spain, Argentina, or the United States in search of a future. But unlike many migrant communities that gradually warp and lose their identity, those who leave this red earth carry a persistent, physical pull to return. It is a longing anchored in the Sunday asado that gathers 3 generations around a single smoky grill, in the proud sound of Guarani spoken on the wind, and in the deep, undeniable peace of a land that refuses to rush. Reflecting on these quiet, powerful ways of holding on to one's roots, it is worth asking how your own family preserves its traditions when faced with the modern pressure to migrate or adapt. If this final exploration of Paraguay's quiet strength and enduring spirit has moved you, please hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs a reminder of what truly matters, and subscribe to Vast Earth. By doing so, you join a global community of observers dedicated to keeping these forgotten human stories alive. Ultimately, Paraguay is a nation built on remarkable contradictions. It generates enough clean energy to power millions beyond its borders, yet many of its greatest treasures cannot be measured in megawatts or money. Its busiest commercial gateway hums with international trade, while only a few hours away, entire communities still measure time by the position of the sun, the arrival of the rains, and the gathering of family beneath shaded verandas. Across the flood-prone neighborhoods of Asunción, the endless plains of the Chaco, the bustling markets of Ciudad del Este, and the quiet villages scattered across the countryside, one truth quietly emerges. What binds this country together is not geography, language, or history alone. It is an extraordinary culture of resilience. Generation after generation, Paraguayans have learned to adapt without surrendering who they are, embracing change while fiercely protecting the traditions that give their lives meaning. Perhaps that is the country's greatest lesson. Progress does not always require abandoning the past. Sometimes the strongest societies are those that carry their heritage forward, allowing ancient customs to stand beside modern ambition, rather than replacing one with the other. For travelers, Paraguay may appear to be one of South America's least celebrated destinations. But for those willing to look beyond the headlines and tourist brochures, it reveals something increasingly rare in today's world. Authenticity that has never been carefully staged for visitors, communities that still place relationships before convenience, and a national identity that has remained unmistakably its own. Maybe that is why Paraguay leaves such a lasting impression. Not because it demands the world's attention, but because it never seems to ask for it. In a continent filled with famous wonders, this quiet nation reminds us that some of the most unforgettable places are the ones still waiting patiently to be discovered.